Hello, guys. Happy Sunday. We are going to check up the Global War Free themes for today. Few questions that you had pre-order. Thank you again for suggesting and literally appreciating my playlist Stop the War. Again, it's a part of my first profession to talk as a PhD in social studies about uh, the global crisis. And yes, it's not like I'm talking like a housewife reading the tarot. A second thing that I'm doing the prediction and that I'm hypersensible part-time medium, that's another thing. But literally, this is the best ever mix where you can have a little bit of professional point of view with guidance of the angels. Channeling with the profession is literally going to be best ever expressed political theme. Otherwise, I do not suggest that the people who are doing the political reading, but they're not outside of the mainstream media. And as well, when on the start of the reading, they support just one side before they even shuffle the tarot, saying, I hate this person is evil, that person is evil. Literally, they literally show on the start that they are not neutral. So you should literally just disconnect from this type of the readings because the reading political team, they always has to be neutral as well. The any kind of psychic and spiritual leader, he has to be neutral. Otherwise, it's not a pure energy, and he's on the side of the darkness if he take a stand on one side. So yes, again, it's not story of me suggesting you should love West or East. It's just being neutral when you're doing a tarot reading. So for a start, I'm going to ask who was in charge of the crime that you asked me. It's a great question. So there was a crime, cream, island cream in Black Sea. Who was in charge in bombing explosion of bridge on the island of Crete? Let's see. Suspected theories. Is it the Ukraine side in charge of bombing Crimea bridge? Wow. First of all, there is more than one person involved. There, it's literally like Ukraine side is involved, but as well as there are here panelists, they're just behind them is a big brother. So yes, they have a financial support of NATO and West side, and literally look at it's not me, it's somebody else behind me. I'm just delivering as a page of pentacle. Yes, it's Ukraine side, but I'm delivering the with the help of the weapon of, and it's already there the proof, so it's too late as well. So yes, it seems like us it's already it's kept from the Putin side. It's literally there is a proof, and they this is the whole truth. And literally this at this moment, that's why there is an energy as well that us literally they're pushed because they crossed the border sending this their weapon, and under this bridge is found the weapon of that third party literally, and this weapon is a proof that literally now Putin using against US directly. And seems like at this moment, look at the US side, and they're the, the parent of the old Russia emperor. My card here, literally look at uh, literally whoever was trying to trick by giving the weapon to this little country here, literally it seems like even if sending that third party to use your weapon against the Russia on the other side, it seems like it's a lack of diplomatic action. And this lack of diplomatic action seems like literally now we have to stand up because it's everything exposed, and the Russian side has a proof in front of the world that we were literally the one that we sent the weapons, and literally we had to step out from supporting Ukraine. That's why literally the day after, just remember the timeline. So there was like 2 days ago that explosion over the bridge that connects Russia and that island, and then that island was literally again a part of traditional Ukraine side before they choose literally to separate during that separation from all ex-Soviet Union, later on turned to be a Russian Federation, and eventually, again that story goes here that now, uh, after a day, just a day after, suddenly U.S. is stepping out and want to negotiate. Just think about this timeline. Why? And that's that betrayal, because literally what they're doing now, Zelensky is feeling like they are going back, because like seems the luckiness is over with this proxy war, and it's the end uh, of that energy. Um, as well, look it on the bottom is nine of cups, like we are not whatever we promised, this king of wands never going to pursue it, and whatever we promised to this little country Ukraine, it seems like we are going to break the promise, three of swords and nine of cups, and we were just playing with you with the king of wands energy, and we are releasing because there is a proof against us, and literally like all the world think that we are now provoking the nuclear war, not the east side. So that's the first question. Let me see another one. So will United States really push Zelensky to negotiate for the peace? Wow. First of all, he's just a trickster. On the other side, they don't want to have obligation, they do not care, but on other side, just because of the sake of the media and civil rising protest against the war, literally they have to show it. It seems like, look at this, is a pure betrayal. Again, it's a pure playing with the mind of the citizens of the world, because it's just the media thing. So let's promote it, but we are thinking, planning something evil with the Three of Swords, and definitely with the Seven of Cups. It's right way to promote it for the media. Yes, we want the peace, uh, and as when we are at finally at the start of the nuclear war, that's the U.S. side. But on the other side, we don't want obligation, and we don't care even if there are victims. There are Three of Swords energy. So I don't see here that they are going to negotiate, even if they just pronounce it yesterday. So let me see. Will Zelensky start to do negotiation by himself alone with Russia side? He is trying, like seems like he has literally idea, new strategy. Look at news, he has literally a new support, and he's trying to go. Is this a new support? I don't know who is a new support. Is it a new support? Literally, definitely, he's trying to make a new support. Is it a new support Turkey? I'm just thinking who could be this manifesting thing as well. I didn't follow the news. You just sent me the question, so for a week I didn't follow the news. I didn't have time. So it's good as well that I don't follow, because if I don't read West or East news, because I'm as well in position in South Europe where I can as well have not the blockages of the media of both sides, and that's really great for the perfect neutral point of view. And uh, there is literally a knowing that I have to have negotiation. Otherwise, I will be literally put on the court that I'm the one guilty for promoting the death of that nuclear war. And seems like he's losing the time with the Five of Cups, and he's aware that as well he has so much depth about the weapon. He has this was not the free gifts, the weapons. There he has made the Ukraine in a pure depth for every kind of weapon that he got from the support of his friends, from his alliance, from his friends who are sending him the weapons. He made Ukraine in a debt for the next 100 years, and everybody knows this. It's a public secret that he chose wrongly, and he needs to step out and find another one. Find another with the two wands and two of cups. New cup of love, new alliance he needs at this hour. And seems like he's trying to negotiate who is going to support me if US suggests like in NATO they don't want to give me any weapon. And everything is a pure business. There will be a news coming arrival that everything was arranged a pure business. And look at, and it's from the world side and exposing to the world, can we stop? But again, there is a strong teamwork behind him. These globalists with a lot of monies that they are literally, as you see, full richy people, 10 of pentacle with only thinking of material war profiteer cards, world war, and 10 of Pentacles support it, and they don't want to change. They don't want war to stop because they are the war profiteers, and that's a big team. And uh, seems like they're postponing this piece. Look at, this is a card when I have I have a will to suggest that negotiation. And I'm suggesting all the time, even before the war started, I was suggesting all last year, I was suggesting all last 8 years, I was suggesting from Russia's side because they were always complaining about the genocide, the small groups of Russians, not small groups. There is like half of the territories in Ukraine, more than one third of territory. Just do check up the map before 2014, which republic were for Russian side and which one were for independent Ukraine. You will just see the picture, and literally, it seems like he's aware that whatever he's trying to postpone, he cannot now postpone because as well seems like another side, this dark side of this teaming with the globalists, the war profiteers, seems like it's now not going to stop. Even if somebody wants to suggest negotiation, he cannot stop because there is this so much money in the stake. Like when you start gambling, you cannot cancel. That's what I just heard with this. This is a pure gambling. Unfortunately, that's the whole truth. The pure gambling is here, that this is a pure betrayal, and he's gambling with the life, um, pure contract with the devil, gambling with the life of all these people who are victim in the war from both sides. Again, as well as you see, the Europe is another, the whole continent of Europe and Europe unity, union is a victim as well in this crisis. And that's that Nine of Swords here. So it's still very, very complicated, as you see. So yes, it's not going to finish, even if there is a start of thinking about negotiation. It's just to literally, it's just a mental play to stop Putin from pushing that button. That's what I see. Another thing, I never saw Putin pushing that button. Is Putin going to push that button for a nuclear war? First of all, he suggests healing and he wants a pure justice. He suggests negotiation and healing and negotiation. Healing, negotiation, mature decision is to have negotiation. That's what restarting, restart, rebirth of negotiation, rebirth of the justice for the local people that their 8 years they were under push under the Nazis, push not to use their language in the gray zone of Donbass, push tortured, alive. Everything was happening the 8 years. No water, no electricity, no schools, All the windows in the village is broken in the gray zone of all these republics that are now trying to be independent. And that's what's happening the 8 years of pure suffering people. And that's what he wants, just a justice and negotiation about justice and treatment of these provinces. And he's trying to manifest this, even if it's so many people in stake and so many hurted people. I mean, of, of both sides. It's not anymore about both sides. There, like you see, it's even outside. It's reflecting to a Europe here, first of all, to everybody. I mean, the crisis is obviously even here in US, right? Even down in South Europe, everywhere is crisis. But respect first for the all the victims of the war, and respect before war started to all the people who were victim of the torturing of the Nazis. And yes, this is a match to stop the Nazis and stop the war. And again, it's very strange because always is showing that card High Priest and Five of Swords. You choose wrongly. But guys, all again, this was the cutting before. Again, look at Five of Swords and High Priestess. Like you choose wrongly, and we know, everybody knows, this is a public secret. Everybody knows, literally, in my reading, for justice, for court, for any kind of political thing or murder, everybody knows literally that you choose wrongly. You're under the influence of literally, having a debt, this little puppet country, and having a contract with the big evil. And but so many people in stake, as you see on the planet. So this was about the breach, the negotiation in October. Will there be electricity cottage? That's a good one. Thank you for sending that one. I'm reading the interim questions by side. Will there be the electricity cut in West Europe, like they pronounce? Will there be electricity cut from next month in Europe? Wow, first there is literally we are victim of this. Look at, and I see yes. Look at the electricity is down. The electricity is down. We are victim of this. We cannot escape. We cannot escape this cycle. Even if we are third party, even if we are third party, there is electricity down. You see sun reverse, and as well you see we are the victim. Then I'm going to put that one as a 17 minutes. 1 second. As well, one more last question for you guys. Thank you for suggesting that one. Trump role in promoting peace. Let's see. Dear spirits, what is the Trump role in promoting negotiation and stopping the war in Ukraine? So, first of all, he will be rejected. So the Politics at the moment in US is literally Trump Trump to be a victim of whatever was intention to promote this global war. And his idea, first card is Four of Cups. He's going to be rejected to be having any kind of role into. They want Europe to suffer. Their final goal to make weak Europe and anybody in Europe, not just this side. This is promoting even everything going toward becoming a slave of your worth profiteer and having a deep debts towards these global bankers. And this shutdown, look at this shutdown and making everybody in crisis, a civil war, and will just bring that the teamwork. Look at the global profiteer card. And they don't want to change that status. They don't want to change because they're the war profiteer. They're literally having their profits from the unhappiness and suffering of the all victims during this war state. I'm talking about war zone and as well Europe as being a victim of being a victim in the middle of decision of the politics of US and decision of East Europe as well. And literally this partnership as well, showing that there is a lot of things that there is hiding this partnership between NATO and partnership between NATO and US. And there's a lot of things that they want to keep as a secret as well. Partnership in this war, like so many things. Look at people are watching and what they want to have so many secrets revealed as well. Seems like because it's opening about Trump being in promoting the peace. They don't want him to reveal the more secrets, so they don't want him to be a part of any kind of the negotiation because he's always somehow for them synonym. We are watching you. No, don't talk about our secrets, and we don't want you to be there. And as well, literally, the government and the Biden, the president, they don't want him. Yes. So with the reverse sun and four of pentacle, definitely he's not going to help. He's they just let everybody to suffer with the judgment call, and the government and our president of US want to keep the secrets. Yes. So they are not letting Trump to have that um, role of a peacemaker because that would bring him again bring him promotion for the next election. These people are not talking at all about any kind of peace. They don't care about suffering. As you see, they put people in a victim state with the judgment call. They reject offer of any human being that could help out to stop the war because they are promoting opposite. And that's the pure public secret here. The government and our big brother, the president here, that's the whole secret. And we are postponing the negotiation, we are rejecting negotiation just in front of the public with this media. We are pretending we are going to talk because again, why Trump to say and then we are not talking about because our citizens will be angry. Again, guys, do check up. There is that energy. 24 minutes. I'm going to put the question about this is my question about France because today as well, it's a Sunday and France literally has today all day the protests against protest public in Paris. The streets were full. Protest was all day against NATO. So France and NATO. Let's check up that energy. Because, because again, guys, frankly, it's everything about the money and the debts. So some people they wish to talk, but they cannot talk because they have big debts and they're politician and government, they're blackmailed. So one of the first countries there was talking literally, let's promote the peace. we are not going to be on this side, or east or west was Serbia, what I understood, and as well Hungary. They didn't want to support any kind of war or intervention, and any sanction again against the east, and as well they didn't want to be a part of the west decision to get involved of any hate. So, uh, France and NATO, France is here showing up the spirit because their citizens, they're daring. Again, France on a global level doesn't have a debt, and their politicians, they cannot be blackmailed in this position from the having a debt on the global level from the bankers that they are holding all this story of the war profiteer and provoking the crisis in East Europe. So why is today there is this French people on the streets? Let's see. Will really France go out of the NATO? First, there is a right decision, but since so as well they are keeping jongling. Everybody likes to jongle in this war. Interesting. So I saw two of Pentacle and seven of Cups, right decision. Will France go out of NATO? Yes, they're very strict. They want the truth. They want the truth as well. There's so much as well public pronounced being a brave, daring people. There is as well. There is literally, do check up my reading on the stop war list about free journalists that in this war, starting from Julian Assange before the war started, as well, starting from Julian Assange, then later on the French academical person, professor lady that was as well showing the articles about truth and news on the east side of the war about that genocide that was really another side of this story, what was happening 8 years before the war starting in the east part of Ukraine, that's neo-Nazis, and that French academical person was already promoting online and was daring and brave to do that. That woman, and it's interesting, it's a woman figure, and as well on other side there was another German person, again female, that was going to a Donbas area, to that gray zone that they call it between Ukraine and Russia, where it's more the Russian citizens that they're Italy voted these four provinces. It's a gray zone eventually, and they literally, there's documentary, you can Google it. It's perfectly fluid on English translated, and it's from RT officially, but if you can find it, you have to use this VPN to find it. You cannot find it officially in the mainstream media. Um, you have first to download VPN for sure, and then relocate to another country where you can find this news. For example, you choose like somebody neutral country where the news are open on both sides. You can just Google on forums and you can see the long list of countries that are suggested, and the news will be on English. You just choose the English subtitles and you will find the news. Uh, Again, uh, will they really leave NATO? First of all, they will postpone the cycle because they have obligations, right? Long-term partnership, like we are the marriage, and it cannot be postponed, right? There is just a secret. It's like, yes, the government is hiding things from a people. We are keeping on postponing, but as well, we have to listen to our citizen. Like they are trying to jungle between opinion of the citizen and these deep secrets contract of the government that even the society in France doesn't know. So yes, they're going to put on a hold, but as well, look at, there will be a tower moment. Again, people, they don't want to be a victim in the future in the civil protests, and they're going literally to quit from that tower moment faking of the war profiteers. So again, what about Italy? I'm going to roll into the Italy again. Again, there is a, from last week I have done two readings for Italy just because of election. I was doing one story about Giorgia Meloni, a new premier, first woman premier in Italy, and as well I done few days after comparing Georgia with another lady that was breaking through and being very scandalous, but not a premier. But she was a she made her own party, again radical party as well. She was a performer as well, actor in adult movies. So it's interesting to see that as well. She was 30 years in Italian parliament, and she was a member of the same party like Georgia, and she was as well like Georgia, not educated politically. So it's interesting to compare them. Do check out that video as well. So you have Giorgia Meloni and Cicciolina, so you can check them both. That's the Italy explained in the last week in two long live stream turned to be a video. I can just repeat Italy right now. 1 second. 31. Sorry. Does Italy want to cancel the pardon? First, we are aware that Italy want to cancel the sanction towards Russia. They make a statement. The end of the August, this alliance of the radical parties with Matteo Salvini, Berlusconi, and Giorgia Meloni and her brother. Literally, they have a meeting in Roma in the middle of the Ferragosti, that is Italian holiday season at the end of the August, and literally they made this fast decision what to do. There is emergency call as well 1 month before election, how to win election as well. They had that idea. We have say country, we need support of Russia as well. There's so much business of Italians in Russia, and we need that so many goods from including that gas from resources from Russia. Again, is Italy now, the question is right now, will Italy cancel sanction? What they said, first of all, again, everything is business and we are trying to find option. So we are trying to find another option. Again, can you explain it there? Yes, we want to cancel. There's a trick. They won't tell what's happening. Officially, they're going to find another solution, but the another country will be just fake because it's the same gas from Russia just arriving from another country. Yes, that's what it is. And that's what's already happening. I have heard even the United States that when they change this, all the contracts they're buying now from another countries from Middle East and from ex-Soviet Republic, but they're eventually having the gas from Russia again. So it's that's the whole trick. It's like this is really a nonsense. Look at, just do check up. Yes, like we have other options. Everything is business, and business we will find another option. But the trick is that it's a pure lie. We are buying from them. So funny. Will they cancel the sanction with Russia? Again, there is like a secret agreement with Russia through that third country. They are going literally, they are agreeing with Russia. It's a secret agreement. And that was literally, even in my reading about Georgia, when I asked the same, we have a rebirth secret. Nobody knows that this is a secret agreement. Look at, wow, teaming up. And yes, we are out of this NATO decision. We are holding the truth. And we already done this. It's just you are not aware. And yes, we are so-called buying from others, but eventually they're literally, uh, we already have that resources from a Russia side, just through another country where it's getting again the Russian gas. So funny. So that was again, guys. It will be added in the time frame. So we have about a Crimea bridge explosion suspected. We have U.S. in a peace negotiation in October, and we have Trump in promoting peace, electricity cut in Europe, and France and Italy approach toward the sanction and NATO. So once again, guys, don't forget to pray. First thing, last thing in the evening before you sleep, and first thing in the morning, do pray for the global collective peace and to stop the war, to stop all the Nazis, to stop all the evil energy. Whatever is your approach, just pray evil to be stopped. We never know what is the evil disguise and who is the real thing at this time. It's really a war of the media, and like it was happening 20 years ago with breaking ex-Yugoslavia. Definitely we are not informed what is really happening if you are not there, if you are not citizen, and if you are not walking and volunteering and working around all the region, not just one side, you don't know what is the truth. So I'm telling you, as being active and volunteering in many war zones, starting from 90s as a young person. So again, I'm promoting the culture of the tolerance and culture of the peace, and that's part of one of my NGOs. And I hope, guys, that um, you can pray for the collective. Don't forget to pray for collective to see the truth and the justice arrive and to stop all the torturing and mishandling, literally, all the prisoners of any war situation and suffering of the citizens wherever they are on the planet Earth in this crisis. I'm going just to hashtag. It will be added to a playlist of the war as well. I'm going to hashtag the countries that we are talking today about. Just bear with me. France, Italy, Russia. So here it is. It's hashtag. Thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for any kind of a PayPal support, joining my fundraising for my good karma work more than 25 years with NGOs all over the world. And peace and love once again. And do check up. And if you like the material, don't forget the thumbs up and share with your community as well. Share my list, Stop the War as well, guys. If you like the material, subscribe and put the alarm bell and be a part of the daily news. Uh, this is a channel about promoting the culture of peace and culture of tolerance, and of course, against any kind of against any kind of promoting of darkness. And yes, we had to use the pray to stop the darkness. We had to use the pray to stop that whale of blockages of truth. And we had to pray the justice to arrive wherever we are, wherever we live. And yes, we have to pray for collective because this is a global war, and whoever doesn't want to be a part, again, we are involved. Peace is all, peace and love.